This is what happens to your body when you quit eating sugar. Many people consume more sugar than they realize. If you have a sweet tooth and love to eat sugary foods and beverages, be aware that too much sugar isn't so sweet for your health. The naturally occurring sugars in fruits and vegetables are absolutely fine. The problem starts when you consume more than the recommended amount of sugar that is added to foods and beverages. According to the American Heart Association, the maximum amounts of added sugars that one can consume in a day are: men, 150 calories per day, 37.5 grams or 9 teaspoons. Women, 100 calories per day, 25 grams or 6 teaspoons. Added sugar is one of the worst ingredients in the modern diet. It provides empty calories with no added nutrients and leads to many health issues. The major sources of added sugars are regular soft drinks, candies, cakes, cookies, pies and processed food drinks. However, there are also other foods items that have added sugar. The benefits of eliminating added sugars from your diet are numerous. Here is what happens to your body when you quit eating sugar. 1. Prevents energy slumps. Eating more sugar can lead to energy slumps, leaving you exhausted and irritable. Consuming high amounts of any type of sugar appears to raise energy levels in proportion to the amount consumed. But it soon results in a sharp drop in energy levels. Sugar gets broken down very quickly and causes a spike in blood sugar levels. During this time, the brain stops producing orexin, the neuropeptide responsible for feeling alert. A 2014 study published in Physiology and Behavior shows that rats fed a low-fat diet, high in sugar and refined flour, were more obese and less willing to work for a reward than rats fed a balanced diet. Plus, excess dietary sugar affects the brain, nerves, digestive system and muscles. If the body is not receiving proper nutrition, it results in fatigue and tiredness. Instead of going for a sweet beverage or a sugary dessert, opt for a protein-packed snack to keep you alert and full of energy. 2. Aids weight loss. Sugar is just empty calories that you are eating and causes weight gain. When you eat more sugar, your body converts as much as it needs into energy and stores the rest away as body fat. Eventually, this fat starts showing on your waist, hips, thighs and face. In fact, several studies have confirmed that sugar is associated with weight gain. A 2001 study published in The Lancet reports that consumption of sugar-sweetened drinks is associated with obesity in children. A 2005 study published in Nutrition and Metabolism concludes that the alarming increase in fructose intake is an important contributor to the epidemic of obesity and insulin-resistant diabetes in both children and adults. This study emphasized the urgent need for increased public awareness of the risks associated with high fructose consumption. Another 2006 study published in the International Journal of Obesity also confirmed the possible role of sugar-sweetened beverages in obesity etiology. A 2008 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition analyzed several short-term and long-term studies and found that fructose consumption results in decreased circulating levels of insulin and leptin when compared with glucose. This contributes to weight gain and obesity. Quitting sugar can help you finally lose some of the extra pounds and prevent health problems that come with being overweight. You may crave for more sugar in the beginning, but over a period of time you will experience lesser sugar cravings. 3. Reduces your risk of diabetes. Excess sugar intake leads to a buildup of fatty deposits around the liver, which contributes over time to insulin resistance by affecting the functioning of the pancreas. A 2004 study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association reports that consumption of sugar-sweetened beverages is associated with a greater magnitude of weight gain and an increased risk for developing type 2 diabetes in women. This is mainly due to intake of excessive calories and large amounts of rapidly absorbable sugars. Another study published in Diabetes Care in 2010 concludes that in addition to weight gain, higher consumption of sugar-sweetened beverages is associated with development of metabolic syndrome and type 2 diabetes. This study even provided empirical evidence that intake of sugar-sweetened beverages should be limited to reduce obesity-related risk of chronic metabolic diseases. A 2013 study published in PLOS One analyzed several studies and concluded that sugar availability is a significant statistical determinant of diabetes prevalence rates worldwide. As sugar intake is likely a leading cause of diabetes, those who are in a higher risk of diabetes in the coming years can benefit greatly from avoiding sugar completely. 4. Improves oral health. High sugar intake and poor oral health go hand in hand. When high sugar intake is combined with poor oral hygiene, the results can be disastrous. According to the National Institute of Dental and Craniofacial Research, there are hundreds of bacteria inside the mouth, many of which are beneficial. However, certain bacteria feed on the sugars and create acids. The acids can destroy the tooth enamel, which is the shiny, protective outer layer of the tooth. This in turn can lead to cavities, which if not treated timely can cause severe toothaches and possible tooth loss. A 2003 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition reports that sugar and other fermentable carbohydrates stimulate the bacteria inside the mouth to produce acid and lower the pH level. The resultant action is the beginning of tooth demineralization. Keep a limit on your sugar consumption if you do not want to suffer from tooth decay, tooth loss or other poor oral health issues. 5. Promotes sound sleep. Cutting back on sugar can help maintain blood sugar levels and also increase the level of serotonin within the brain, promoting a healthy and consistent sleep pattern. Eating sugary foods causes blood sugar spikes, which leads to adrenal exhaustion. This affects sleep quality. Also, sugar suppresses the activity of orexin, a neurotransmitter produced in the brain that helps regulate arousal, wakefulness and appetite. High sugar leads to large amounts of glucose in the bloodstream, which suppress the activity of orexin neurons in the brain. A recent 2016 study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine shows that greater sugar intake is associated with more arousals from sleep. This means high sugar intake is directly associated with lighter, less restorative and more disturbed sleep. Try cutting sugar out of your diet, or at least limit your intake, to enjoy better sleep. You might be surprised by how much better you are sleeping. If you need a snack before bedtime, try some oatmeal or a whole grain sandwich. 6. Lowers blood pressure and cholesterol level. Ditching sugar means a healthier heart. It can help lower your blood pressure and cholesterol level. High sugar intake raises insulin levels, which in turn activates the sympathetic nervous system. This leads to an increase in blood pressure and heart rate. High blood pressure makes your heart and arteries work harder, which gradually damages the whole circulatory system. Eventually, this increases the risk of heart disease, heart attacks, strokes and other serious coronary conditions. A 2014 study published in Open Heart Journal reports that it is not salt but sugar that increases the risk of hypertension and cardiometabolic diseases. In fact, people who consume 25% or more of their calories from added sugars have a 3 times greater risk of death from cardiovascular disease. After quitting sugar, you may notice a significant decrease in low-density lipoproteins, LDL or bad cholesterol, as well as triglycerides. Moreover, your blood pressure level may get back on track.